Hey everybody, Haydog here. Welcome back to another tier list video. Now we are going to do Undertale, dun dun, and we're just gonna get right into it. I love Undertale. I've always loved the characters and the story, so I'm just gonna do my opinion on the characters. These are the main characters. These aren't like the enemies you fight mostly. Well, you do fight them, but these are the ones that actually want to like talk to you and stuff. Anyways, we got Frisk over here. Now, I don't really know how to rank you as the player because Frisk is kind of meh. Like if we're going on the whole game, like going the pacifist route, Frisk is kind of generally you. So I'm I'm gonna put Frisk. From a character standpoint, Frisk is kind of boring. From like a narrative point, Frisk is kind of like an A because Frisk can be evil or good or neutral. But again, that's you. So it's kind of like you're ranking yourself. I don't know. I would put myself in an A. I'm pretty good, but I guess it's basically Frisk is basically how would you rank yourself when you're playing Undertale, I guess. But the next guy is a Flowey. Now, I don't know. See, now Flowey is kind of there's no Azrael on here. I guess Flowey and Azrael, they are the same person. So the thing with Flowey is that Flowey just wants to kill you, and that's basically the entirety of the game. If you're playing on Pacifist, and then Flowey on Genesis is basically like, hey, I want to be your pal. But then Azrael shows up and changes everything. He's good, and he just wants to be there. And, it's such a good character. But again, it's kind of like Frisk here. It's like whatever. I mean, again, this is the Undertale. Whatever route you pick is how they're gonna act. So honestly, I give Flowey a B. I like him. I love his character and I love his craziness, but that's basically all he has. Toriel. Now, when I was first playing the game, I didn't know that Toriel was a play on word from tutorial or tutorial. I said tutorial. Jesus. And yeah, I didn't learn that until like a year later when I finished the game. I was like, oh, that makes more sense. Toriel, I like her. She's very sweet. She's very nice. Very nice. Very nice mom. But again, that's just kind of it. That's just kind of her character. Again, it's kind of like Flowey. It's great. Got some great traits. That's it, really. That's the book. I'm gonna get Nats. I'm gonna get Block hate. I'm gonna get that Block hate. Block hate. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna say it. I think he's kind of D. I understand, like, oh well, he's got some issues, and I'm like, yeah. Or he's like, oh, he's this sad ghost. Like, let him be. He just kind of is there, and he's a vibe, but that's mostly it. So yeah. All right, the next guy, Papyrus. I'm sorry. I gotta put Papyrus in S. I know. Crazy, huh? Crazy. But I love Papyrus. He's goofy, he's funny, he's so kind. Even in Genocide, he'll be the kindest person ever and even get slaughtered like a pig. So it's just the way he's super characterized. I think it's cool. I don't know. That's just me. Sans, you know, again, if you're an Undertale fam, you know. Sans is everywhere on the internet, even to this day. So I don't care. Monster Kid. Honestly, Monster Kid's kind of a... he's not that bad. It's just he's kind of doesn't have very much screen time, if that makes sense. I think he's a good character. It's just that he's only in like Waterfall, and that's it. Kind of Nat's the book. Kind of just the same. He's only really in Ruins. He's only in Snowden and the Waterfall. Mostly in the Waterfall. So we don't really see him a lot. Mad Dummy's a cool one because it's kind of like this crazy mad dummy that's a ghost and a dummy, and he wants to crazily kill you like Flowey. I don't know, to me that's just kind of a little cooler. Undying. Ugh. Undying is hard because I really want to put Undying in S, but again, she's just like, I do like her fights though. Oh my god, she has some really good fights, really good music. Shoot. Man, this is hard. Yeah, I'm gonna put her in S. She's just badass. Just badass is just in her name. Undying the badass. That's all I'm gonna say. Tammy, little Tammy. I keep forgetting. Was Tammy one of the artists, right, for Undertale? And this is like kind of her like persona, I guess, in the game. Tammy's great. Tammy is Tammy, but also Tammy is Tammy. And if you know Tammy, you know Tammy. Tammy's an A. Muffet. Honestly, I like her. The only problem I have is she doesn't have a lot of screen time. And her traits are just, you know, greed. That's all I can say is greed, and mostly that's it. Her boss fight's good. I like her music. But again, kind of gets the Flowey tutorial. I know. I know there's some Muffet fans out there that are like, no, she's good. Yeah, she's good. Yeah. Alphys, that's a tough one. It's tough because I do like her. Don't get me wrong. But she's annoying. She's a little annoying in the game, but I understand why. We know why at the end of the game. She's just very... She hates herself, and so she just... That's why she's annoying. Again... but then she built Mettaton. I don't know. This one, I gotta put it a B, honestly. Again, pretty good character. Mettaton? Oh. And this is also going for his first and second. So he's kind of... I would say Mettaton is really cool. I love the whole genocide fight, and then it being just like, you take him out in one hit, and he's done. And it's just like, he has some badass music, he looks super cool, and then he's dead in one hit. That's kind of hilarious, and I kind of like it. But also, I love Mettaton's fight. I love his theme. I also just love his whole, like, computer aspect. Ah, God, I gotta give him an A. He's just, it's so close to an S. But again, he is overshadowed by the others. So yeah, Burger Pants. My God, I love this guy. I'm a Burger Pants fan throughout. I love the facial expressions, and I love how everyone chooses his voice as this like very stressed out worker. You know, it's just underpaid and like, I gotta pay the bills. They don't pay me enough for this. And just super crazy, just man who makes these just poor choices, and he's just the embarrassment of the underground. Again, I gotta put him B though, but you know, he is cool. Asgore. Ugh. My heart to Asgore. Everyone's gonna be like, Asgore's kind of boring and he probably shouldn't have killed those kids. But again, I see why. I see that it's a gray zone. It's like you're helping your people, but he never ever wanted to kill those kids. He never wanted to kill those kids. But it was the only way, he saw it was the only way to save his people. And, you know, he's just that guy who's like, sacrifices have to be made to save my people. Now, again, he was gonna do that, and then once he breaks free, you know, he was gonna start a war with humanity, but, you know, priorities, or, you know, that's just in the future, so, like, just ignore that. But again, when you fight him, his theme is so heroic, yet so depressing, yet so action-packed, and he is such a good boss. He is so good. If you're playing pacifist and neutral, in Genocide, he kind of just dies. But you see how he's kind of the first enemy too, even to he looks depressed. He looks dreadful, sorrow in his expression, in his face when he's fighting you. He looks like a broken man. He is a broken father who's lost so much and taken so much from other people, and he knows it. I don't know. I love Asgore, and I think people do too, but he's been kind of like cast out because like, oh, but you killed those kids. But it was like, I understand why. It's terrible, but it's for his people. Now Kara's a difficult one. I don't really like her. I like her just because the fan base has kind of like made her into like this like ghost and like controlling you in the genocide run, and like she's like, this Sans fella sucks or something. I don't know. You know, is always super cocky, but like in game, she's just kind of this creepy little girl that's there. So at the end, you know, I mean, like, you don't really know she's there. So again, I kind of have to put her in C. And I know these Kara fans, and I'm not saying that Kara as like the fan base as a person is bad. I'm saying like in the video game aspect, like she just kind of talks and then destroys the game. It just kind of like Monica, you know, in this situation. That's it. Now WD Gaster, I do really like him. He's very mysterious, and I think for me, I love mystery. I love like any mystery stories, books and stuff, and just the whole like at the end it's a cliffhanger and you don't know, you just gotta speculate and think, just say, well, that's what it is. So we don't really know all the clues and hints to this guy. We know a lot, but we also don't know a lot. It's kind of like we know most of his story by speculation and like various like hints in the game. But at the end of the day, he's kind of just a blip on the entirety of the game. So I would put him in B. Now I know the fan base has made him super like popular and like super mysterious to a 10th level degree, but like in game we don't get a lot of information about him, and he's just kind of there. So yeah, I do love him though. But yeah, again, this is just my opinion. Don't get all flustered that I put your favorite character in D tier or whatever. Again, it's my opinion. Say in the comments, who would you rank out of all these great characters? I think they're all great. So I know I did put them in D, but that's like great D, you know what I'm saying? That sounded wrong. Don't take that out of context. You know what? You see this, okay? Don't. Okay. But anyway, hopefully you guys liked it, comment, and subscribe. See ya!